Hello, I'm William Cook, and I'm doing my discussion board presentation for the fundamentalist controversy. I'm focusing on Charles Augustus Briggs. Now, Charles Augustus Briggs was mentioned briefly in one of our videos. We know from Dr. Schultz's presentation that he was put on trial for heresy. And to go a little bit more deep into that, what happened was he was a pastor of the Presbyterian Church, and he had very liberal views, a very different approach. He believed that the Bible contained errors in its writing, that he had a very liberal approach to if you do not know the Bible personally and you have not found Christ, that there's still hope for you. You can get into heaven, that Moses did not write the Pentateuch, and that Isaiah did not write the second book that bears his name. All of these views did not sit well with the Presbyterian Church, and at that time they put him on trial for essentially spreading lies. So he was put on trial for heresy, and he was ultimately found not guilty of any crimes. However, at that point, afterwards, he was removed from the Presbyterian Church, and he was made deacon in the Episcopalian Church. So he moved to a religion that was a little bit more open to his liberal ideology when it came to the Bible. Now, Dr. Briggs discussed his trial at many length. He embraced the trial, meaning when he wanted to get his views out more. A quote from him is, "Of course, this will give my views wider publicity than they have ever had heretofore. They are presently known to the scholars, but not the general public has not seen my side yet." So Charles Briggs definitely embraced the trial and wanted to get the view out. It was very large news at that time. Now, there's another newspaper article that was made available to us on the websites Dr. Schultz provided for us, and it spoke at length to how people viewed Charles Briggs. One of them touched upon the actual ideologies and pushes. He held that the Bible is not infallible, but contained many errors, and the reason is the court is the last resort in biblical as in other questions, that those who reject the Bible may still have a chance, and many other so-called liberal ideas. That was the epitome of what the church that he was involved in thought of him at the time. It was different. It was a very different approach to the Bible. A lot of people viewed him as a very progressive when it came to his biblical ideas, his concepts that he put forth. But ultimately, it did not sit well with the fundamentalists at the time. They were typically had a very conservative approach to things, and Augustus Briggs, he just kind of went to the left with that approach, and it worked out for him. He joined a new church that was more open to his views.